Shalom, 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 Israel, Baltimore, and beyond, Eastern Shore. This is the Israelite School of UPK, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commander Jayhana. We've been teaching the truth since '69 that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives are, in fact, the true biblical Jews of the Bible. Hey, tell them we in the middle. We'll talk. We'll talk to them in a second. You understand? We in the building, live UPK 3430 Eastern Avenue. This is the 1 West News Desk, bringing you your local, your national, and your international news to your timeline. You understand? Because it's being fed with a lot of madness, a lot of garbage, but we here to keep you in tune with what's really going on in the world and how it pertains to our liberation. So-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians, the true biblical Jews of the Bible. Everything that's happening in the earth right now, the wars, the weather, the rumors of wars, all the chaos, all the international madness that's happening in the earth right now. It's all linked. Yeah, we can not right this second. Yeah, that's fine. But it's all linked to the liberation of blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. Everything that's going on with Iran, the Israelis, the U.S. military, Donald Trump, down to the allies of the Americas and the allies of Iran. All of these nations here are going to be dragged in to a fight, to a battle. And all of this is prophesied in the Bible. It's all biblical. Everything that's happening here, everything that's happening now. But what the world doesn't know or doesn't comprehend is that it's the end of their world. They think that this battle is going to be in favor of the Israelis, in favor of America, in favor of the people that have power. But in fact, this is the beginning of the transition of power, and it's going to be extremely aggressive. Kawan. He has Kawan's number. He has Kawan. Tell him I'll make sure. No sweat. But everybody's going to be drugged down into this valley of Jehoshaphat. You understand? And it's biblical and it's been written. And again, this transition of power is going to be extremely aggressive. You understand? Extremely aggressive, extremely, violent. And that's just the way it is. And it's been written. So everything that we see now, a lot of people are scared and concerned and left uncertain of what's to come. But in reality, what we need to comprehend and understand that these what we may call them hard times have to come. They have to come. We're talking about the fall of our oppressor. We're talking about the end of his reign. We're talking about the fall of our enemy, of our oppressor, of our our slave master, the conquistador, the Spaniard, the French, the Portuguese, the slave master. These people that are in power, it's all coming to an end. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get this for you right here. And of course, I'm Cap Sapari along with Officer Thumb Shakalia. He's at the door right now. He'll be joining us in a second, though. Let me get this here. Let's get our first story here. Bear with me 1 second. And what we about to bring out is something that our people that we look up to, they don't want to bring out. They don't even want to talk about it. You know what I mean? You know. But it is what it is. But we're going to bring it out here in this Life School of UPK, you understand? CBS News reports. See if I can share this to the screen. Y'all bear with me once. I'm going to share the screen here. Share the screen. Let's see this here good. Let me make sure y'all see this real good. Iran's foreign minister rejects talk of dialogue with the U.S. and strikes continue, meaning what? You know, the time for talking and all of these so-called negotiations is over. Why would they continue to negotiate with the nation of people that, strike you? We'll talk after. With a nation of people that strike you in the midst of a negotiation, they attack. Right. So Iran is like, nah, listen, we ain't with the talking. It's all strategic warfare at this point. So Iran foreign. Well, you want me to send this to you? Come, sir. No sweat. Let me know if you got that.
Sure. Read it. Okay. Iran's foreign minister rejects talks of dialogue with U.S. as strikes continue. What to know about U.S. and Israel's war with Iran? Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said on the Face of the Nation with Margaret Brennan Sunday that we don't see any reason why we should talk with Americans.
Dang.
That's heavy.
Go ahead.
U.S. intelligence has circulated to President Trump and to a small circle around him that Iran's late supreme leader had misgivings about his sons replacing him, multiple sources told CBS News. Mr. Trump told NBC News he's not prepared to reach a deal with Iran to end the war.
Look, it's looking like it ain't no end to this right now. It sounds like the teeth are sunken into this fight, and it ain't no pulling out right now. That's what it's looking like. Baltimore, Eastern Shore,
yeah,
and abroad. Go ahead.
He also told reporters he's been in touch with about seven countries about assisting in reopening the Strait of Hormaz, but wouldn't say which ones.
Meaning what? They want to go about strategic military tactics and opening that strait. That's what they want to do. They want to go in militarily and force that oil through. And the Iranians is like, nah, man. Nah, this is our leverage. And you know what they're doing right now with them? They mining. They got mines, thousands of mines in that joint. So ain't no passing through. Donald Trump. That's why they went to Venezuela. They knew that this was going to be their game.
Right.
But they went into Venezuela, and them oil company was like, "No, we good." Them oil company like, "No, we good." Trump like thought he had it all planned. So what we're gonna do? We're gonna go in and I don't know how he talked. We're going to Venezuela. We're gonna get that oil. We're gonna use that oil, and they're gonna do this. He thought he had it all planned out. Look at him, dumb.
You know what's heavy about it though?
What's up?
Salaki, if I may, sir. Those countries that he asked to do that, they said a bunch of them told him no.
Mm-hmm.
They said they told him no because in trying to get into that strait, that Hormuz Strait, you gotta come through. What's that? Iran right there. You got Iraq on the other side, and you got a whole lot of other countries on the other side. They said that's a suicide. There's no way that they can get in there. That's why they had to back that. What's that? The USS Roosevelt, one of those warships. They had to back off like 1,000 kilometers just so they wouldn't get hit by the Iranian missiles. They had to back off, and they are way away from that strait. Not to mention they on the south side of the Red Sea. South side of the Red Sea, they might as well go head back home. You understand what I'm saying? Because now the nations, Syria, the UAE, and Saudi Arabia is looking at the United States like the United States betrayed them because Iran bombed them to smithereens and did not get any help from the United States. Now they was asking the United States, well, where's our help? And the United States pulled all their resources and are helping out the Israelis. So now these countries are looking at the United States like,
what's up?
We just made a bad deal. They just made a bad deal, helped somebody out that could not help them. Now they looking to turn to the Iranians because the Iranians bombed them because they had those American bases and they was letting off bombs from those bases. They got the hell bombed out of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's a wrap.
You know what, man? It's just turning up, and it ain't no de-escalation right now. You understand? It's turning up. Go ahead.
Israel's military said the Michigan synagogue attack suspect's brother was a Heezbolla commander recently killed in a strike in Lebanon. The U.S. The U.S. military identified the 6 service members who were killed in Thursday's plane crash.
Mm-hmm. Planes is crashing, more casualties. And it's a lot of rumors out there talking about they lying about the number of casualties and unalivings over there.
Yeah.
The propaganda. It sounds like from foreign news outlets that a particular side is getting their ass whooped. So like, you know what I mean?
Go ahead. On top of that plane crash, they're talking about the Iranians took responsibility for knocking that plane out of the sky. It wasn't a plane crash, which they reported on all of the
on the American side, right?
American side, Iranians have taken blame for that. They said they the ones that knocked that
or credit.
Took credit for it. They took credit for it. Not to mention, just like you were saying, they also were talking about the report of the Americans, the 13 Americans. They said it could be almost 8 to 9 times as more Americans that have fallen over there in that war. So you're looking to see a lot.
They hit so many countries. They hit Qatar, right? They had a base in Qatar. They had a base in and Saudi Arabia. They hit a base in Israel. They hit so many bases. Are you talking about 6 casualties?
13. Come on now.
Come on.
All of those bases. Remember, we ain't even named half of the bases that they hit.
Right.
They said they hitting every base over there, which is what they did.
Right.
And then what they did is they resourced all of their weaponry out to where they couldn't defend none of those bases. Then they sent in the heavy artillery and tore those bases apart. And only 13 people. It's incredible. We know that it's more than that.
Right.
And they said the analysts are talking about it's 8 to 9 times as many than those 13. So we already talking about in the hundreds. You understand? And the war just started.
Right.
You understand? The war just started. So
they bring your mic in a little bit closer. That's too.
Am I on?
Yeah, you on. You on. But nah, man, it's real. It's real out here, man. Shalom, ISUPK checking in. It's real out here, like. And again, this war here. Don't think about it too much. Don't get bent out of shape and scared and worried, and just know all these things got to come to pass. All these things got to come to pass. This is what was written. This is what we've been waiting for, really.
Right.
And a lot of our pain and suffering, none of this oppressor is coming to an end. It's coming to an end, and the the order that's going to be established in the earth is going to extinguish, our suffering.
Right.
All right.
You ready to hit that Dubai?
You want to read that, or we can?
Or did you? Oh, that's not one that you pulled. You didn't.
I mean, this is the same tab.
Okay. That was talking about the drone fire that was at that Dubai airport. Now the Dubai airport is opening back up, but that Dubai airport is right on the strait.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all hell over there, and the people those Americans that frequent Dubai and talk about how wonderful and how great it is. Right. I know they in a living hell right now in Dubai. And what's the other one called? The other part that they go to?
Tel Aviv?
No. That's Israel. We talking about right on the Hormuz Strait. That strait that's right there. You have Dubai right there, and then Abu Dhabi. You got Abu Dhabi sitting right there down to the I want to say to the southwest side of south side of Dubai. You understand? And then you got Iran right here on the other side of the strait, and they bombing anything through that strait, and they got those mines up in that strait. Now America talking about sending in mine sweepers, but you can't get mine sweepers in there if you can't stop Iran from bombing the hell out of you before you even get to the strait. Mm-hmm. So everything that we hear the United States talking, we're hearing people put out propaganda to us to make us believe that America has control over there when they have no control.
Yeah, it's a mess. It's a complete, utter catastrophe.
Yes.
And what so-called Americans need to understand, and Donald Trump and his team, is you have to run and found out, for one. And now the world is looking at you to fix your mess.
Right.
Because you causing the entire earth millions of dollars. Millions and millions of dollars a day in petrol and oil and fertilizer.
Ooh.
and other goods, natural gas. All these things are essential for major nations' energy supply. So you're depleting energy supply from all these major nations. You think they're going to attack Iran? They're going to attack whoever is messing with their bread.
Yeah.
You have become a threat to their survival. So what's happening here? Everybody want to be brought in. Everybody going to get drawn in. Hey, we got to fix this. We got to open this straight up. You know what I mean? We got to open it. We got to, it's this international turmoil, this international conflict here has become grander than what it was 2 weeks ago.
Right.
Because not only is our gas prices going up, but the groceries is going to go up. We talking about the oil, the price of goods is going to go up because the gas is going to go up. Everything. We thought the pandemic spiked everything up. This is going to be another spike. It's going to be another spike. You know what I mean?
They said, listen, man, it could get to be $150, almost to $200 a barrel. If it goes up to $200 a barrel, that means your regular gas is going to be about $7.50 to $8 a gallon.
Get ready for it.
This is going to be the craziest time that you've ever seen. You understand? We thought when that COVID hit and those gas prices spiked, you understand? We thought it was a big thing there when the gas hit $3.50 and $4, but let's wait till it gets to $8. You understand? And people gonna be skateboarding to work. You understand? Hopefully it's in the summertime so people can ride them bikes and stuff. You understand? It's gonna be a lot of electric bike sales going up now.
100%.
100%.
100%. That them electric sales is definitely going up again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So hey, it is what it is, man. It's this part of the whole fold here.
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Please.
I want everybody to especially people that vote, right? Everybody that voted, basically, this is what they voted for. You understand? When you put those people in Congress, in the Senate, and different things like that, they're making these moves because they're profiting from this. The 1% is profiting from all of this war. Everybody, all of those people that's in the Senate, they get kickbacks from these defense industries. As long as there's a war over there, no matter what happens to America, they don't care because they're profiting. They understand that the world is not going to explode. They know that it's a good possibility that this world, and when we say world, we talk about age and society. They know that this age and society is going to fall, and they're going to profit and fill their coffers so that they can live through the total hell that it's going to be. You understand? But this is the reason why we talk to the blacks, Hispanics, and natives and say we have to come together. The Bible tells us, gather ourselves together, O nation, not desired. Now we're recognizing right now that we are a nation of people that are not desired. And instead of us battling and beefing and bickering with each other, this is the time that we are to come together. I yield, sir.
So that's definitely time to come together and get in this truth, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, hit that subscribe button to drive these numbers up. You understand? We're gonna get another article here. Bear with me 1 second. Pull this up here. I did.
Okay. Is that the foreign minister? Trump calls.
Trump calls.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready.
Okay, it says Trump called for Hormuz coalition.
How you gonna call for a Hormuz coalition? How does that work?
Right.
You understand? How do you call for anything that you don't control? I'm not understanding. This is the arrogance. Talaki, if I may say. This is the arrogance of the United States. You understand? We go back in history again. The United States after World War I created the League of Nations. This is their arrogance so that they can be in control. The League of Nations didn't work. After World War II, they created the United Nations. Now we're finding out that the United Nations didn't work. Now they have the League, what's that? The
Board of Peace.
Board of Peace.
Right.
And they charging you $1.5 billion to be included in that. You understand? And now they're trying to, let's see this again. I got to read this again because this is incredible. The Hormuz coalition. You understand?
This is if I could. This is Donald Trump's. This is Donald Trump's call for help.
Yeah,
he's calling for help, and he want to give it a special name, and put some glitter on top of it or what have you. This is the cry for help. You drowning.
Right.
You drowning in your bad mistakes and your bad strategic war tactics or what have you. And they hitting you with everything you got, and you asking for a code. Now, first you had the board of peace because the UN wasn't working with you.
Right.
UN turned they back against you because you're filthy and disgusting scum. So the whole world then turned they back on the USA. You know, they have some type of. I mean, they're immoral in themselves, but you're so immoral that your allies is like, listen, yo, we got to lock up Benjamin Netanyahu
Right.
in the United Nations. The same people that said we got to lock up Putin said, listen, we got to lock up Benjamin Netanyahu.
Yeah.
And you partner with them, so you gotta create your own United Nations. So now you got your board of peace. Now you got your coalition of the Straits of Hormaz. How you pronounce it? I know what's going down. The place where all the oil tankers get blown up at.
Right.
The place where all the mines is at. You know what I'm saying? It's so much. That strait right there impacts the earth greatly. So
they said 20% of the oil comes through there.
Come on now.
We're talking about 20% of the rich oil. You understand the premium oil,
right?
Oil that everybody needs. Because think about it, right? If you look at it, right, 20% of the oil. If you got $100, you lose 20. You'll be a little upset, but it's okay, right?
Mm-hmm.
But this goes to show you what kind of oil is coming through there. Not to mention the goods that come through the Hormuz Strait.
Right.
Understand? And that impacts the world from top to bottom economically. Not to mention, of course, with the gas and the oil.
100%.
Understand? So, with that being said, right,
it affects everything.
This is one of the most crucial points next to the Panama Canal.
Exactly. Yep.
You understand? Next to the Panama Canal, that shipping goes through. This is the reason why Trump said he wanted to take back the Panama Canal, because now he can tax and he can use all kinds of tariffs and everything else on you coming through there. You understand? Well, this is the same thing that Iran can do right here, and it's what Iran is doing right now as we speak. And I guarantee you, it's at $101 a barrel. I can guarantee you, in 2 weeks, it's going to be at $115 in 2 weeks.
It's all going up. Listen, this is strategic.
Warfare.
Retaliation.
Yeah.
You know, not only the missiles, but they're going to try to choke and, you know, strain as much as life out of that strait as possible to hinder the earth into the war. You know what I'm saying? The Lord is allowing this to happen. The Lord is making this happen. And the USA going to suffer from it. Other nations is going to suffer from it. It's going to draw them closer into the fight for money and gain and power and energy. It's going to drive them closer into that strait, closer into this war, closer into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
Yeah, we see it happening now. Right? Any more?
I think Israel gonna get wiped off the map.
Come on,
for real.
Because
they already they so terrified.
Hold up, they saying Benjamin did.
Yeah,
unalive.
That's a I think
conspiracy theory.
But you know where I think he at?
What's that?
In Mar-a-Lago.
You think so? He might be in Mar-a-Lago. He probably sipping Long Island iced tea right now with Donald Trump, Long Island's, and go ahead.
It's nowhere really in the Middle East that he can be.
There's nowhere.
It's nowhere. And the only place that
maybe Egypt. That's it.
Yeah, but even the European nations don't want him there after Donald Trump shut them out for him. Mm-hmm. So he can't even go over into France. He can't go nowhere into Europe.
And then not only that, Trump is like damn near demanding that expand U.S. troops and forces in those European nations, UK and abroad for as far as defense is concerned.
Right, but they don't want them there.
Come on, they don't.
They one of France said they trying to get their own military together.
They ramping up their
build
nukes.
the European nations so they can get their own nukes.
We was talking about it. I think I don't know if it was last week or the week before. They ramping up their nuclear arsenal
Last week, yeah.
And nukes is in the news again.
Yeah.
Are we in the 60s? Are we in the 70s again? What's going on?
Listen,
Didn't we say this was going to happen? Let's get some more of the story, though.
I'm going to start at the top of the agenda. As the Iran war enters its third week, Trump has intensified calls for allies to help unlock the Strait of Hormaz to mitigate the war's economic impact. The United States attack on Iran's Kurd Island Friday night failed to break the country's blockade of the waterway. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi said Tehran would retaliate by targeting U.S.-linked energy facilities nearby. The U.S. military buildup in the region continues, with the United States deploying additional warships and thousands of Marines to the Middle East. But we all know, just like we said, they know how far to come. They're not coming within range of those subsonic missiles. They're not coming in range of nothing that Iran, or remember they have Hamas and Heezbolla bombing, and they still bombing Israel. So it's like, if you look at it, Cap, right?
Them Israelis is getting tore up.
They getting tore up.
Why are you banning the internet from your own country? Like I can see if you try to wipe out the Iranians TikTok and the Iranians internet service, but your own country. Why is that? Go ahead.
They said that 12-day war, they was at the end of their rope at that last 12-day war. So what Iran did was they used all of their low-level missiles, drones, to drain them out for that 12 days. They said after that 12 days, they really going to set a foothold on Israel, and that's exactly what they doing. That's why you can't. They said if that video that slipped out from those Chinese people, if you could have seen the way those missiles was coming and tearing apart, and you could hear them screaming in Mandarin, this shit was crazy. You understand? And it was incredible the way that every missile was hitting something, doosh, doosh, doosh. And the Chinese people was like, oh my God, like it's like we gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? So they catching hell over there for real. It says, all right, multiple news outlets reported Friday. Trump told NBC News Saturday that Iran was ready to end the war, which Araghchi has denied. Salaki, if I may again, sir, they said this time they are not taking what they say, when they say they want to go to the negotiating table and have a ceasefire. Iran said they're not talking to the United States and there will be no ceasefire.
Right.
They said if they don't come to the negotiation table seeking all of our demands, and guess what one of those demands were?
It's not
reparations.
Come on, yo. Listen, yo. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Listen, just like we brought out in the other, if I could, just like I brought out, just like we brought out in the other article, yo. America ain't never really the so-called oppressor. They don't keep their treaties. They don't keep their agreements. They always break them. This is a known thing. What the hell was they expecting? Some type of real utopia with between each other? They wanted this war. They wanted to fight. And both America and the Israelis use that as a propaganda sway.
Right.
They say, well, the Israelis say, well, America this. They gotta go to war and they gotta fight and they need oil. And then America says, well, we gotta protect the Israelis and we gotta protect the region, and boom, boom, boom. They all wanted to war.
Right.
Because they both want land and they both want power and they both want oil.
Right.
and they'll just lie to you. They'll just lie and get young men into the draft and they die and they get rich.
Yep.
I mean, what are we even talking about here? I mean, this is a standard procedure for the wicked. The wicked, the earth is handed into the hand of the wicked. They've been doing this for centuries.
Right.
Unaliving, polluting the earth, polluting the water, polluting the air, polluting the people. Causing war, causing strife, causing famine,
Right.
causing pestilence. Here we go again. But this is the last one, though.
Mhm.
That's what makes this one a little different
Right.
than the other ones. This has been prophesied. Everything that's happening, week after week after week, decade after decade. How long has school been in operation? Since 1969. We've been telling brothers, telling sisters, telling the world that this was going to happen.
Mhm.
Now everybody's being brought in. Why is French talking about nukes? Why is the French talking about nukes? Why is the French talking about nukes? Commander Hunter brought this out 2 years ago at the Houston cookout.
Right.
Y'all gonna see France do this, boom, 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 boom. 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? And recognize and understand this, right? It's not slowing down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They said pray for Gaza, all eyes on Gaza. I thought that was just a scraping the surface of this here, right? They pushing on all fronts and they not stopping, even if they losing. Even if they losing, now they going to do it. Hey, all nations, look, we got to come together. We got to come together, do a coalition for the Straits of Hormaz. Dumb, you caused it.
Right.
But you're so arrogant. You're so arrogant. You're going to continue to go to war. You're going to put boots on the ground in Iran. You're going to do it because you're so stupid. God made you that dumb. Right. You know that, Trump? And let me know if I'm rambling. No. God made you so dumb that you're going to destroy the nation that you said you love so much. And guess what? Now black people going, it's all, listen, hey, go ahead. Y'all get down. Y'all listen. We ain't hold none of y'all back. Iran, get down. America, get down. Israelis, y'all get down. Get y'all. Who's the big bad? Who's the big bad? Hold up. Who is the big bad nation?
Right.
Who's the big bad? I got this missile, I got. Who's the big bad? Listen, y'all get down. Come on, Russia. Mm-hmm. With the drones and, with Kim Jong-un. Okay.
Xi Jinping,
China,
all of
Japan, everybody. Let's all come together. Let's see who got the biggest, baddest weapon. Right. Let's all meet down in Hormaz, and let's see who's going to win. How about that, Madam?
How about that?
Guess what? It's going to happen. They think we out of our mind, but listen, everything we said was going to happen is happening. It's happening and it's going to happen. Go ahead.
No, I ain't gonna ramble. But I want to say this: the problem is every time we hear the end of the world, see, Christianity made us believe that this whole world is just going to explode and everything going to be gone. But if you remember, there came an end to the Babylonian Empire. That world fell. That world was destroyed. The Egyptian world was destroyed. Yep. The Assyrian Empire was destroyed. You understand? But if you look at them, all of those nations are still here. You understand? Just like the Persian. Who was the Persian Empire? Is nobody but Iran. Yep. Those are the Persians right there. That empire fell, but it's still standing. And we have to understand that
Soviet Union,
which is Russia, is still standing. You understand? And one thing America has made us believe with its propaganda that this whole world is going to be destroyed and everything going to be gone. Everything going to be floating out in space. It's nothing like that. This society has already been falling. Ever since after World War II, this society begin to crumble.
Right.
You understand? And what we're looking at right now, and we in the middle of history.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the middle of America at its demise. Everybody gonna be sitting back 50 or 60 years from now saying, where were we at when this happened?
Right.
When this began? Listen, just like Cap said, 1969, the truth came back into the earth. And we've been warning our people that this time right here was coming. It's finally here. And people still don't recognize. And one thing that I always say, when that Ukraine war started, the day before that war started, the first bomb dropped, people were shopping, going to the movies, buying clothes, doing all kinds of different things. And then the next day that bomb hit. Mm-hmm. Well, we don't recognize it now, but that bomb has already hit. But us as so-called blacks, Hispanics, and natives, we still walking around with our heads in the cloud, believing that, oh yeah, it's going to be everything going to be hunky-dory and all that. No, it's not. Everything's going to change. And when this society falls, another society will rise and take its place. That's the empire of the Most High, and that's the empire that's going to rule to the end.
Right.
You understand? There's going to be no end to that. But the problem is a lot of our people are going to be are going to fall into demise because they're following America. And when you follow America, you fall with America. You understand? I yield, sir.
No sweat. No time. Right. 100%, man. So we don't want to get jammed up. You better separate yourself from this wicked place.
How about that?
Don't be putting on that green. Did it pass already? St. Patrick's Day? Was that this weekend or is it this weekend coming up? Listen, I know.
I'm forgetting all of that. I don't know it until I seen some green bras in the Walmart yesterday. So I guess it ain't here yet. It ain't here yet. It's coming. It's coming. Once the green bras are gone, I know it's here. But we really don't really, and that's crazy that we don't be recognizing.
It's the 15th. So it was yesterday, I guess, of March.
No, because
Patrick, hold on, that's a parade. Hold on.
It can't be March. Because this is April, right? We in April. I mean, no, we in March right now. March. But this can't be St. Patrick. I ain't seen no drinkers. I ain't seen nobody. Hey, you know they get crazy down on Broadway.
Broadway, Fells Point.
Fells Point, yeah, they get crazy down there.
Oh, this is.
They're turning their water green.
I think it's tomorrow. St. Patrick was
March 17th.
March 17th. So tomorrow.
Oh, that's Tuesday. That's tomorrow.
Okay. Yeah.
So they usually run that through the weekend.
I think they do. It might get extended to the weekend. They probably start acting crazy this weekend. So stay clear.
It's amazing.
Gonna be a lot of drunk drivers out there.
Before we came in the truth, we used to be all up on them holidays.
Oh yeah, 100%.
We knew when all. Mm-hmm. Now I don't know nothing. And the only reason why you know Christmas because they start putting all kinds of stuff up.
You can't turn the radio on.
Right. How about that?
You don't even want to turn it. Yo, when you listen to your favorite radio station, they gonna start playing Jingle Bells and all these. I'm like, God damn. Yeah. And I'm here for the comedy and the talk show.
Right.
And then they go to a break and then go to a music break. I gotta hear goddamn Mariah Carey.
Right.
Whole time this is a goddamn rock station. What the hell is y'all? What the hell is this?
Yeah.
I'm trying to hit the news commentary. Now I gotta listen. I can't take it up.
How about that?
It might not be another go around this shit the way the earth going anyways. Like it might not be another Christmas go around.
How about that?
You want to continue on this article though?
Okay, where we at now?
Strikes across the region.
Okay. Let's see. Strikes across the region. It says the U.S. on Karg Island, home to a major Iranian oil export terminal, hit military targets. But Trump threatened to target the island's oil infrastructure if Iran does not fully reopen the Straits of Hormuz. Following Iran's retaliation pledge, Saudi Arabia and the United Arab Emirates were targeted by air attacks, causing fires at a UAE port and airport.
It's all out. Listen, man. This is like, didn't they just pull everybody outside of Afghanistan?
Yep.
What community say? Yeah, I'll be back. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
John said they'll be back. Don't worry. They try to save face. Now look at this, huh? U.S. embassies getting striked here and there. Qatar, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, and the list goes on. This ain't dying down. And what's dynamic about it, Mathum? Everybody got to be brought into it because everybody's being affected.
Right.
Every nation is being affected. Go ahead.
It says that, let's see, after a drone struck the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad Saturday, the embassy urged Americans to leave Iraq. Listen, I thought all Americans was gone out of Iraq.
They were supposed to be gone. They said all essential workers and then do this work or this work. They was evacuating everybody, right?
I'm talking about that was years. That supposed to be years ago.
No, I'm talking. Well, they still got people over there. I know. Listen, but they was supposed to like be evacuated prior to the first attack.
Right.
It was like everybody get out, boom, 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 X, Y, and Z. Donald Trump got U.S. blood on his hands.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nobody talking about it. Matter of fact, he said, well, people are going to die.
Yep.
People are going to die. But I said, matter of fact, I got to get this other story.
They said, listen, they said they got a message from Hegseth, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he told them, remember, they came on TV and said, call this number, you can get a way out, you can get a way out. They said, well, every time they call that number, they say there's no way out, you're on your own, basically. You understand? Everybody was in a horror. And if you didn't have $1 million, you wasn't getting out of nowhere. Regular people, regular workers, regular contract workers are stuck. You understand? And this is America's signature. America does not care about its own people. America only cares about money. That's it. You understand? They could care less about you. And listen, they'll find just like they found a way to go over there and bomb Iran. This is the reason. This is how they found a way to go over there and do Iraq. When they went into Iraq and got Saddam Hussein, when they say weapons of mass destruction, you understand? They find a reason to go over there, and the reason is never the truth. You understand?
It's all propaganda.
All propaganda. Every time they bomb any country, they go over there with a lot of propaganda, and what they do is they feed it to us here in America so that we'll be behind America when they go over there and do the evil that they do. You understand?
Did they ever find no weapons of mass destruction, by the way?
Never. Not a weapon of mass destruction. Even they said, what was the yellow cake they talked about that was
yellow cake?
What was that in Syria?
No, Iran.
Iran. Oh, yellow cake in Iran. Come on, man. Come on, man. Nuclear weaponry. You understand?
And the yellow cake or the uranium that they was using was only for at a particular level,
right? For
other uses such as energy,
right?
And stuff like that. And medical. There you go.
Medical use. You understand what I'm saying? And America. How can you have a nuclear weapon, but you trying to tell other sovereign countries that they can't have a nuclear weapon? Remember a couple years ago,
they bullies. Go ahead.
Remember a couple years ago, we kept saying Kim Jong-un wasn't the fool that everybody kept saying he was, because he kept those nuclear weapons and refused to give them up because he understood and he saw what happened to Gaddafi. He saw what happened to Saddam Hussein. You understand? He saw once they gave up their nuclear weapons, America came in and destroyed them.
Not only as far as nuclear weapons is concerned, a lot of people that the America targets,
right,
and deem threats,
right,
threaten their economical welfare and hold on the earth.
Power.
Anybody that starts talking about we're going to back our oil by our dollar,
right?
We're going to back our resources by our coin base.
Basically, nationalizing. When you nationalize it, that's what you do.
Exactly. Now, look, America, everybody got to trade oil with the USD.
Right.
So Gaddafi come in and saying, listen, we ain't doing that. We got gold. We got our thing going on here. It took him out.
Yep.
Who else they take out that say that? Everybody that say they're going to step. Saddam Hussein. Listen, every leader that said they're going to back their country's natural resources with their own funds, they took them out.
What was the African?
They gangsters.
What was the African leader that they took out?
Gaddafi.
No. The other one that was over there, they took out. You hear Malcolm X talking about him all the time. They did the same thing to him when he tried to nationalize. He tried to nationalize the resources that they had over in Africa. God damn, what was his name? I can't believe I can't remember his name right now, but they did him the same way. They went over there and executed them and chopped them up. You understand? Listen, America is a horrible nation, and we were always brought up to believe that America was about democracy. America was about freedom and choice and everything like that. And if you really look at America,
Ken Sorrow, we were.
Let me see.
That was a
No, not that. This was back in the 60s. They unalived him back in the 50s. It's somebody that it
was in the 50s,
the 60s. They did it in the 60s because they had a big a Bandu conference. They had what was it? God damn, it was a big name.
Patrice Lumumba.
Lumumba. That's him right there. Patrice Lumumba. That's the one that's the other African, what's the name, that he tried to nationalize the resources in his country and Congo.
Word.
It was the Congo, from the Congo. Yeah. Patrice Lumumba.
Real quick. The 1960s African leader often faced co-ops or assassinations due to Cold War interests, control of strategic resources like oil and minerals,
right,
and anti-colonial resistance. The most prominent example was Patrice Lumumba of Congo, 1960 to 1961,
right,
targeted for attempting to secure national control over mineral-rich regions against Western interests.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, they think about gangsters. Gangsters.
When we look,
international gangsters,
we look at America. We keep looking at America like America is that beacon of shiny light. You understand, that beacon of hope and promise. America is the terrorist of the earth. Mm-hmm. This is what. Go ahead, sir.
No, you good. No.
This is what America does. America unalives anybody who is in opposition. Think about what we talked about, right? When they came over to the so-called Americas, what did they do to the Native American Indians?
Come on, forget about it.
They unalived them and took their resources.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? It's the same thing that they did with us, bringing us over here. They unalived us as they were taking our resources. Our resources just happened to be the work that we did in building up America. And they still doing the same thing to us today. They do that to every
on every level too.
Listen, on
every level.
On every level. On every level.
You think you hot shot because you in the medical field. You's a slave.
Right. You're a real slave. Think about this.
You's a big time doctor. You's a slave to that. You's a big time. Listen, man, they using us, man. You's a slave in some way, shape, and form. You just don't recognize it and understand it yet. My bad.
We talked about the two young sisters that proved the theory of relativity maybe a year ago. The two young sisters, they was like 13 and 15. NASA came right in and scooped them up because they're stealing their brain power from them. They steal our athletic abilities from us. They steal our singing ability. Every ability that we have, they steal from us and they make the money off of it. Just like they do these other nations when they go in and rob. This is the same thing that they do to us. They've been doing that to us since we've been here.
Right.
So we've been
every talent, in every field, if I could, socially,
yeah,
intellectually,
yep,
academically,
yep.
Forget the entertainment field and the sports field.
Well, see, let's do it like this, Cap, because this is, and they put us in a position where 90% of us are poor. So as soon as we have a child that's talented, we put that child right out there. we give our children away.
Right.
Just so we can live a peaceful life. We give our what's the scripture that say that how we
Deuteronomy says our eyes will
eyes have yet failed for the yearning of our children, right? Something
Deuteronomy 28 chapter,
yeah, that's on this. That's we look at that. We, in order to live a better life, we give up our children into a utter hell. You understand? We allow our children,
the music industry, film industry, sports, you know what I'm saying, and academics, killing children. You want your child can't even be a child. You know, they in the goddamn textbook 8 o'clock at night because you want them to be a lawyer,
right?
You know what I mean? So like you're trying to give them up to the beast or what have you.
Not to mention, think about you got a 7-year-old out on the football field, on the gridiron, on the baseball field, working them out as children.
I got it. The sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
There you go.
And thine eyes shall, Deuteronomy 28 and 32, and thy eyes shall look and fare with no longing for them all the day long, and there should be no might in thy hand.
Once they get a hold of them, it's nothing that we can do. You understand? Once they control our children, we pass our children to them. It's nothing we can do to pull our children out of that other hell. Think about all of the children that they talk that
scripture talk about other things too.
Talk about
no, go ahead. But it's twofold. It's more than one fold.
Think about all of that stuff they talked about happened to all of those children on the Disney Channel. You understand? Because we have we've been put in such poverty. We find any crease that can bring us up just slightly, and we hand our children over to the beast. And only thing we can do, it's nothing that we can do about it. Think about the $1 million, what they call it, the $1 million slave. Think about Shaquille O'Neal. Think about what's his name, Charles Barkley. Think about all of these brothers that sit up there as we being destroyed and don't open their mouth and say nothing about what's going on. But as soon as a black man do something to a black man, they got everything to say. You understand?
Kyrie Irving. What's the inside the NBA with Charles Barkley and O'Neal, and what's the other cats? Ernie, and the other cat, right? What's the other cat name?
I don't know the other cat, but I know you're talking about what's his name? Stephen A. Smith.
No, not Stephen A. It's the inside NBA with Charles Barkley.
That's not
Ernie?
That's not.
It's 4 cats, 4 of them, 3 brothers and a white boy.
That's not Smith, is it?
No, Smith.
Kenny Smith.
Kenny Smith. Kenny Smith is on there.
Yeah. Remember, Kenny Smith was the only one walked off that day when that stuff happened to George Floyd. He said, "I don't want to be here because we can't sit and talk about." And then you had Shaq and Charles Barkley sitting there looking like goofballs. You understand what I'm saying? You have all of the power in the world to speak your speech, and you keep your mouth shut. You understand? That's when you know you are powerless. You understand? Now you got all of this money and you can't even speak your mind. That's a hell. That's got to be hell right there too. You understand? You know you got it. And everybody, they had the whole blick look on their face because they know they can't say nothing. They just got to sit there and look like fools.
All that power and notoriety, right? And then when it was like a backlash from the black community,
right?
Because they didn't stand up for him. And they was on air, head down.
Yep.
But Kyrie, give him a chance. Boom, boom. You know, down there retracting their whole vibe about it.
Yep.
Man, listen, man, don't be a chump, bro. Don't be a chump. Be real. And then meanwhile, Shaq, you premiered that movie about Israelites in your movie theater. He premiered it.
He got a movie theater?
Man, he got a whole bunch of businesses, man. He premiered it in his movie theater.
You talking about Magic?
I'm talking about O'Neal.
Okay, I ain't know he. I don't really follow him because he.
It was reported.
He disappoint me, yo.
it was reported he previewed that movie in his movie theater. So that's one thing. Right. Hey, let's get back to the article before we feel. Let's go. You want to scroll down to the straits, the status of Hamas.
The status of Hamas. Trump said in a social media post Saturday that he hoped countries including China, France, Japan, South Korea, and the United Kingdom would send forces to secure shipping through the strait.
Come on down, yo. Let's have a party. Come on down.
I got a question, Cap.
Go ahead.
Ain't he supposed to be at war with China?
Come on.
So how can you ask somebody to do you a favor that you at war with?
Look, they know they have international interests in that strait. This sounds like another cry for help.
Right.
Cry for help. I need help because I ain't got the manpower.
Salaki, if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
I don't know why he put China's name on there because Iran is allowing China's ships to go through. Nobody else, but they're allowing China's and anybody who's sided with them to go through. But as far as France, Japan, South Korea, and the United Kingdom, none of their stuff can go through.
Exactly.
So he threw China in there first to make something seem like something, but it's nothing there.
Now look, they said, come on down to the wall. They said, come on down to the wall. Check us out. Let's see what's going on. Let's get involved. Let everybody get involved, right? What do we say? He's inviting people into his fight. This is a cry for help.
Listen to this.
It's a cry for help from Donald Trump. We need help because you're losing.
Right.
This is the fall of America. And it's going to be the final blow is going to be, whoo, boy, oh boy.
Yeah. And the
final blow is going to be something to talk about.
He also said France and Japan, which those are the two countries who side-eyeing them now. France already backed out and they already said they trying to start their own thing up with the European Union.
Right.
You understand? And Japan already knows that there's no protection from America. You understand? Listen to this. It says the response to Trump's demands have been cautious. Japan's defense minister said today that Tokyo had no plans to send ships and called for a de-escalation,
right,
while European Union officials are discussing the matter in a meeting today. Listen, we're going to discuss this because these cats is not helping us, and they going on about their own. Now they need us. Didn't Trump say he's ready to leave the European Union?
Yeah,
they out of the European Union, right? They said we're going to leave them on their own and we're going to let them do the war in Ukraine. We'll just supply the weapons.
Right.
Well, everybody's realizing that those weapons are running dry. Now we got to make a decision.
They stretch real thin. Right?
Yeah, they stretch thin. Listen, what the scripture say? The scripture said Isaiah 30. No, not Isaiah 30. They have Job 18 and 11.
What's
They got just like you said, they just stretched too thin. They stretched all the way. They stretched here, and there, and don't have the resources to back up the stuff that they need to back up. Listen, this is the reason why they taking the weapons from Ukraine and about to sending them over to Israel.
Job 18:11. Terror shall make them afraid on every side.
And listen,
they
terror all around them. All of these countries
they bugged
that's
out.
Supposed to have been allied with them is now turning on them. And now they getting that fear because if everybody turns on America, America is totally done.
Listen, listen, y'all. They dug themselves so deep in the hole, they can't climb out of it.
Right.
They're not going to be able to climb out of the controversy that they caused. They killed that man father. Hold up.
Yeah.
They killed his.
Mm-hmm.
Did they kill his wife?
They killed the father.
They killed the father, his mother,
No,
and his son.
No, they killed his father with his grandbaby there. That was the granddaughter. They said the granddaughter was only 16 months. You talking about the Iranian, right?
I'm talking about the Iranian supreme leader of Iran.
Leader. They said he was at his home with his granddaughter, 16 months old. So can you imagine?
You think they're gonna do a peace deal? You think they're gonna do a ceasefire?
So like if
they go ahead.
So if I may real quick, right?
Please, yeah.
They bringing. Listen, it says that they coming down to the valley of Jehoshaphat, and they gonna be at war. Every nation gonna be at war with each other. This is it right here, because now the European Union is twisted up. They ready to go to war. All of those Arab nations are now turning on America, but they also turning on themselves. So
it's chaos.
All of this chaos is going to be in one place. And this is, listen, you said it at the beginning, and listen, this was already, the Most High had already planned this to happen. Exactly what we looking at is exactly what's supposed to be happening.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gonna meet down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. This thing is, listen, it's just about a wrap. We just got to go through the playbill. That's it. We just got to go through the playbill. We just got to sit back and watch this thing play out. That's it. And it's happening. You know, it's happening. A lot of people don't believe it. And listen, a lot of people in America don't believe it because the bombs have not hit America yet. But believe you me, it's going to happen. You understand? The bombs are going to hit. And listen, those sleeper cells that they talked about that is here, we already seen. What was that? That was one in Virginia and one where else?
Was it Texas?
Something like that. It was two places that had already happened in. They said
the one in Texas at the bar.
At the bar. The shooting at the bar in Texas. Right. He was outside the bar shooting.
And then this other one at the
synagogue.
At the synagogue one. It was another one at the university that they did but the students took them out.
Right. The students took them out.
Yeah.
Hey, listen. We looking at, listen, that's just what they call it, a microcosm of what's about to happen in America. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
America's about to be turned upside down. Listen, it already happened one time in America. Y'all remember what the Civil War looked like? That's about to be that's about to happen again. But we cannot involve ourselves in that. We got to let them fight their own battle.
Right.
You understand? We always breaking the tie, right? Let's just sit back and let them end it evenly. Let's let the last two oppressors battle each other in the middle of the field. And then listen, I don't mind cleaning up the bodies after that. Mm-hmm. You understand? As long as we cleaning up for ourselves. You understand what I'm saying? Let's just let them oppressors battle it out and fight it out, knock each other's brains out, and we just clean up everything. And we're
gonna get one more article on Trump's arrogance and his cabinet's stupidity. All right,
you sent that to me. Okay. That's the NBC News.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. It says the White House compares deadly conflict to video games and movies in memified videos to win support for Iran war.
Memified.
Oh, yeah, memified.
That's a new hit.
Memified video. Did you see that?
I didn't see it, but I heard the story.
Crazy.
Yeah,
that was the Iran showing. Oh man, it was crazy. You got to see it. Yeah, I saw that the other day. My rib show.
If I could, right? We brought this up weeks ago. Donald Trump, this is like his little toy. The U.S. Marines is like his little toy. Look what I can do.
Right.
The United States Air Forces is like his little toy, an extension of himself. So he's playing a game with U.S. soldiers' lives. And all you patriots and America first, y'all can't see through that. Y'all can't see that. They put it on the White House. The White House posted this.
Right.
The White House posted this. It's a game to him. He's at his desk and like, we're gonna do a strike here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. Boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
This is his video game,
Right.
but in real life. Well, y'all diehard patriots at? Yeah, those war heroes at. I see how they treated that Marine at that hearing, right? Y'all seen that, right? Damn near broke his hand.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
The White House video Friday began with a brief clip from the video game Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. It quickly transitioned to footage of the U.S. military bombing an Iranian vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
Wasted soon appeared on the screen, the same image that flashed across the game when a player dies. God dizzle. Ain't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
It got left, right, square, right, left, square, down, LL. Stephen Chung, the White House communications director, tweeted as he posted the Grand Theft Auto cheat code to unlock the unlimited ammunition for the user control player.
Listen, what a slap in the face. What a slap in the face to the U.S. troops, that trained to defend America, and nations abroad. This is a joke to you? And we talking about the highest seat, the highest office in America, posted this for the world to see. Like, this is a game. A game, a joke.
Yeah.
People are losing their lives. This is how Donald Trump's ego. Right? It's a game to him. Anything on any comments on that? You want to read some more?
Say there were more in recent days. A video titled Strike featuring clips of bowling and bombings, another connecting baseball bombs with the real variety, and a post juxtaposing military strikes to Nintendo Wii gaming.
This is, the world and people's lives are their video game. That's how egotistic and murderous scum they become. You know what I'm saying? They need to be removed from their seat, and it's coming soon from the Lord. You understand? Everything that's coming to the earth, that's been prophesied is coming. Judgment is coming down. You understand? We gonna close it on that. It's good. Any closing remarks?
Listen, man, this is the end of this society right here, and we have to, just like Cap said earlier, we have to come together as so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and neighbors, and we have to build each other up. Let this nation fall. Let these people destroy themselves. If you're not in the military, do not join America's military. If you have a chance to get out of America's military, get out of America's military. This is not our war. We need to let them destroy themselves down in the valley of Jehoshaphat. We need to just sit back, relax, get yourself some popcorn, and watch the fireworks. That's it, sir.
No sweat. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. We are under Commander Yohana. We've been teaching the truth since '69 that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are in fact the true biblical Jews, and that our oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. You understand? I'm your host, Captain Saparia, along with
Officer Mathum.
And this is the 1 West News Desk. We see you next week here live at the UPK. Shalom.
We got Black, Latino, and Native American. When the Lord says that our kingdom is to come, as long as we follow the law, statutes, and commandments.
I got the camera bag, I'm the cameraman. If shit getting active, I'ma stand it down. We taking ground, call the ambulance. That shit go left, right, left, right. shit go. Look, you best get right, or you'll get. Look, you got that right. That shit go. You got a problem, we'll handle it. Niggas acting hard, you better stand on it. We on every corner, we stamping it. You better get your life for this camp shit. We ain't playing around, there's no cowards, dog. If niggas charged up, you get powered off. Rude of speech, keep it raw. It ain't my fault that you niggas soft. It ain't my fault that these niggas frauds. It ain't my fault that them niggas rats. If your colors fly, you don't get that shit go. Look, right, look, right, look, right, look, right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get. Look, you got that right. That shit go. Look, right, look, right, look, right, look, right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get. Look, you got that right. That shit go.
B-Raw, wanna go to war, gotta hop into the van. Tryna cut the semen, something you don't understand. Getting checked from my betterment, better take it like a man. Nigga, how you walk away for camp? If you willing to die, you better be willing to stand. Take a trip around the world, see a bunch of corners held by them UPK niggas. All them UPK niggas go to camp. And I'm on Shamar here, hanging out the car. Wonder when I pull up straight to the battlefield. And I'ma make sure niggas make it back home. Say, nigga, what you thought? Well, anything moving, I be on. Gotta remind them, we nothing like them niggas that you saw. If you hear back up, that'll be your last time to get out the way. The price to pay before.
That shit go. Look,
Nah, for real though.
right,
B-Raw.
look, right, look, right, look, right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get. Look, you got that right. That shit go. Look,
Nah, for real though.
right,
B-Raw.
look, right, look, right. If shit go, look, you best get right, or you'll get. Look, you got that.
Y'all about to y'all shot right there. Move that up. Move that up. Move that